Hey mathematicians, so first of all, in order to get an equation in slope-intercept form, the first thing we're going to need to do is find a slope, and that means we need to do y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So remember, even though the order doesn't really matter, that typically we'll say, since this is the first coordinate on the page, that is x1, y1, and the second one, oops, I just wrote the wrong thing, is x2 and y2. So if I fill in the blanks, y2 is going to be 6 minus is just part of the formula. And then we'll subtract from that y1, which in this case is 3. And that needs to be over x2. Okay, so oops. So that was x1. Then we need x2, which will be the x coordinate of our second coordinate, which is 0. Minus is just part of the formula. And the last part is going to be our x1, which will be the x coordinate of our first coordinate. So because it's minus -7, remember what happens when you do minus a negative? That's going to become 0 plus 7. And then, so we got 6 minus 3 over 0 plus 7, which 6 minus 3 gives us 3, and 0 plus 7 is 7. So this, friends, is going to be our slope. So the second thing we need to do is put it into point slope. And so it doesn't really matter which coordinate you use, but I'm going to use the first coordinate just because it's the first one written on the page. And as I've told you guys in class, typically teachers used to force us to use the first coordinate when I was in school because it makes it easier for them to grade. So I'm just going to roll with that. So instead of y minus y1, I'm going to do y minus 3 because that is the y coordinate of the first coordinate. And then instead of an m is now going to become that 3 over 7 that we went through all that trouble to get in the first step. And instead of x minus x1, it's going to become x plus 7, again, because it's minus a -7. So we've gotten through those first couple steps, and so now we need to actually switch it over into the slope-intercept form that we need. So we're going to convert. And our first step is that we're going to distribute, because there are no parentheses in slope-intercept form. So the y minus 3 is going to stay put. But then we're going to do 3 over 7 times x, which is 3 over 7x. And 3 over 7 times 7 is going to give us 3. And then finally, for our last step, we are going to, oops, just wrote on that. We're going to isolate the y. So to get rid of that minus 3, we're going to do a plus 3 on both sides. And here you have it, friends. We've got y equals 3 over 7x plus 6.